so perfect. It's almost like she's hard to look at. My eyes can't focus. I should probably tell Richard. I don't want to tell Richard.
The first one we had what sounded like creepy baby whispering or something. Then we got, wait, I'm actually hiding. That's a little concerning. She just hid like she had a reason to hide. The game's been telling me no need to hide until now, so, I guess we have reason to hide now. Crap. We had creepy baby whispering or something when we walked up, then we click on it, and then we have her being like, something's wrong with me, I should probably tell Richard. Then she whispers to herself, I don't want to tell Richard. How dangerous do you think the creepy thing is? Oh, we're back here?
Who is master of the world, man or the insect? Nature's most persistent creatures, representing 9/10 of all forms of life. With its terrifying mandibles,
They told me the house is last listening. I probably shouldn't use
nothing
a cane.
stops the insect. They are utterly ruthless in their lust to destroy, to roam and gorge to their heart's content. The laws of nature are inexorable.
How much danger am I in right now? I'm gonna try to hug the walls so I don't have to make as much noise. Are you ready for the spookies? I'm walking into a lamp, aren't I? I can only barely tell where I'm going, but hey, I found a place. Hey, noisy room. What's up with you?
Listen, honey, star-crossed lovers, we are not. A psychic and a psychiatrist? Oh, that analytical mind of yours is switched on 24/7. Until I can get a glass of Merlot into you and maybe slip a jasper stone under your pillow. Then you become almost bearable.
She's a psychic. That will explain a lot. Could put a jasper stone under your pillow. Honestly, I should probably be surprised how many doors we do manage to open with it being a house we just walked into with no context. Weird how the front door is unlocked though and none of the other ones are though. That's weird. Maybe I have to go upstairs? There's still something I haven't found over there, apparently. Wherever that is. Ooh. Look at this statue. Look at this statue! Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice! I'm happy I found that statue. Didn't realize what it looked like before. There's some sort of monster noise I'm not really psyched about. Can I go out the front door? 'Cause I don't know how else to get towards that thing.
Nope. No more nature walks. This pregnancy has made me so clumsy. Every time I try to take a stroll outside, I twist something. I can't wait to get my balance back. Physically and spiritually.
That's a bad sound. What? Crap. Do I need to go upstairs? I can't figure any other direction I can go. But my goal seems to be on the same floor as me. Maybe there's a different direction I can go in once I'm up there? Every time I hit it, there's some sort of developing bad noise that happens. I have no idea where that is. Yeah. Where's the monster? That opens.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
Rich. I'm hoping the package the staff and I sent you made it. We know coloring books and crayons are advanced for your child, but we thought it's something Felicia could bond with your baby over, once he or she is born, of course. So you can continue your hobby. We enclosed the latest published star chart. I figure the light pollution out there is exponentially smaller than here. Sally jokingly suggested to include some chakra stones for Felicia just to piss you off, but we all remembered how your face would turn beet red with frustration because of your hippie wife's beliefs. I also hope your new practice is doing well. Hope to hear from you soon. Your colleague, Frank.
We all remember how your face would turn beet red because with frustration at your hippie wife's beliefs. Oh. Hope they didn't find that one. The wife wouldn't be happy to see that one. That's creepy. So it sounds like an insect skittering around or something, like a bunch of legs. And then you have the insect stuff playing on the TV, seemingly just for the purpose of planting the idea in your head.
This has got to mean something.
Am I outside right now? I think so. But I'm like stuck here. That's a bad sound. Okay, it's getting a little hard to tell where I'm trying to go. What? I guess we'll re-explore up here then. There's a sound over here. The weight room, it looks like? Yeah.
Rebuilding a practice is a daunting task, especially when you consider our remote location. But then it hit me. Remote sessions. I've had patients reach out over the phone before, so why not embrace that? I'm certain some former colleagues would take issue, but then they would take issue with SSRIs.
I don't like that skittering noise. Partly because I can't tell if it's actually a threat of a growing thing like alien isolation, where like if I make enough noise I get attacked. Or if it's just the game being like, ooh, the noise is creepier now. So we're back in the room with the baby again. I'm only getting further from my goal at this point, but I can't find any way to get to it. The crib is gone. Television's still on like it was before. The rope still here? Yep. Did I listen to you already?
Hi, Dr. Ballard. This is Shane Carter, calling in with my weekly report. Check in. I never know what to call these things. Things have been getting worse with my night terrors. I'm still waking up with this horrible feeling of being swallowed up by a suffocating darkness. To make matters worse, now when I wake up, I'm finding myself unable to move, and it's really difficult to breathe. I sense what is this old lady in the corner of the room. She feels like she's made up of nothing but this pure evil, and she's there to drag me down into hell. I try to scream, but nothing comes out, and I finally snap out of it yelling like a madman. It scares Ashley half to death. Please call me back as soon as you can. I really need to talk to you. Thanks.
I think I'm actually sleepwalking more since I started taking the pills you prescribed. Most of it was innocent stuff, but 2 nights ago I showed up in my daughter's bedroom with a hammer. She said I came by her bed and started yelling about how she broke the lawnmower, and then my wife came and had to push me away from her until I woke up, freaked out, and ran away. And the only thing I remember is thinking that someone broke into the house, and I was trying to find the phone, but I couldn't recognize any of the rooms. Eventually I came to my senses, but I'm dreading going to sleep now. And I'm not very happy about your therapy methods either.
Hi, Dr. Ballard. It's Shane again. I know you told me not to call after hours or on the weekends, but I really need to talk to you. You haven't returned my calls yet. I don't think the new meds are working, and I'm not sure what to do anymore. Please call as soon as you get this.
Doc, it's me, Walter. I'm having some major issues here. The pills, they're not working anymore. They are back. I don't know what to do. They won't shut up. They just keep going on and on about nothing. They've started talking about me now. It's like they're gossiping behind my back, talking about my hair and nose. I just want them to stop. There's one that doesn't talk about me. You know, the night guard. He wakes up when the rest go to bed. All he does is listen to some sportscast that happened that day. The cast is so loud, I just can't sleep. That's not the worst. The worst is that I don't listen or watch sports. But the cast is about a game that happened the past day. I've verified this, Doc. You gotta do something. I just want them to quiet down.
Dr. Ballard, Shane. Ashley and I got into a huge fight last night because she thinks you're doing more harm than good. She finally admitted she's frightened of me. She threw a hairbrush at me, if you can believe that. She got an offer from her old job at DKG Financial and has decided to move back to Chicago. I feel like I'm all alone now. I'm not sure how much more I can take. Maybe this really is the end.
He's the last thing I think about before I fall asleep. That moment between wake and sleep where everything is so real. I relive that moment every night. This slow motion nightmare, night after night after night. So I just tried to live without sleep. I'd go days without sleep until I would just collapse from exhaustion and my body would just shut down. I would relive that 10 seconds that changed my life forever. Weather-wise, it was an amazing day. You hear a lot about being a wet mess in Vietnam, and they're right. It was nothing but wetlands, rain, and more wet. Every once in a while, a wind would pick up and blow all the humidity away. It would only last a day or so, but man, we loved those days. This was that day. I could feel the cool breeze and the sun warming my helmet. Our squad was going on patrol in the area of Homa Village. There was a lot of action, but our squad hadn't suffered casualties since I got there. Didn't even dawn on me that I was replacing somebody that didn't make it. Youth, right? You know that thing where you get scared when a bug lands on your face and you jump out of your skin, but you laugh at a haunted house because you expect to be scared? I think this was the same thing. We expected nothing, so when the bug landed on our face, it made an impression. We started to trudge through yet another rice field, M14 at the ready. The mud from this field was all the way up to my knees, and each step was a struggle. We saw some movement in a stand of trees to the north. We got into offensive formation, ready for what was going to come next. I grabbed a pair of binoculars from PFC Rogers' backpack and scanned the forest, where we saw the movement, and I started to laugh, because the movement was just a dog looking for some rats in the field. Our squad leader saw the same thing. Squad leader gave us a signal and we all unpuckered our butts and kept moving. We didn't get 10 steps when all hell broke loose, and there was a single shot. Rogers dropped in front of me in a single hole in his head. Who knows how many shots were fired from the trees at us. I held on to Rogers. I can't tell you what was going around. I just remember looking up and seeing a helicopter opening fire at the trees. I later found out it was 7 minutes after the shooting had started, and it was a blur. I was still there when the medic came and pulled Rogers to the waiting evac chopper. I loved him. He and I were a thing. Sure, no one knew. Well, that's not true. Everyone knew, but no one said anything. We met each other in training school and we hit it off from day one. He let slip something that made me think that he was like me. Maybe he and I shared the same deep secret. That few weeks later we were alone studying. I just asked him. It was so funny. You could hear him stammering and lying and quickly changing the subject. I called him a liar and I kissed him. At first it was just a peck, followed by a kiss that only two 19-year-olds in their prime could do. We would find places to sneak off base. He came to my folks' house for Christmas that year. We were madly in love, but we didn't say anything. We loved his service to our country, and we didn't want to see it end. Every time I drift off to sleep, all I see is him falling into my arms. My first real love, gunned down in front of me on a foothill in a mountain range, with a stand of evergreen trees on the most amazing day I'd ever known.
Well now, that went on for a surprisingly long time. For a brief moment I was like, oh no, it turns out that all of these tapes had reverses that I could have played. Because I thought that maybe I could have, like, flipped the tape on each tape and then listened to them again. And that was what I was missing or something. But instead of that, it would appear more that, like, I guess I found his actual room where he did his job, and those were the messages from all of his patients. All in one location. And here I am again. They'll never catch me. Even though this thing's loud as crap. It makes so much wicker noise that, like, it would detract anything that was trying to find you. Alright, let's go back to trying to find the objective, and I might start spacebarring more. I know the games are like, ooh, the game's trying to get you. The houses can hear you. But I'm like, I seriously can't tell where I'm going, and it's becoming a problem. I need to get a little aggressive about looking for it again. Somewhere over there. Where is that? Doesn't the wall stop here? Yeah. Oh, secret, hard to find door.
What the hell does a rope, a ticket, and a goddamn apple have to do with anything? Why that? Why those items?
There we go. Freaking hard to find door that wasn't highlighted, so I didn't notice it yet. So basically, the fact that the game made me... the game spooked me about using spacebar because it was like the house is listening and threatening to kill me and stuff like that, I thought. So I was afraid to use spacebar, but I think spacebar is what highlights every single landmark that's nearby, and if you don't spacebar near it, it doesn't turn green. And so I never found that door. It just looked like a wall. Hello, spooky doll. What's wrong with the gas pressure around here?
Oh, man. I suddenly don't feel so good.
Am I gonna pass out?
The patient is taken to seclusion and doesn't seem to understand her surroundings. This, I think, may be for the best. I will monitor this situation closely before making any more hasty decisions after last time. Still, she needs her medicine and she leaves her pills on her tray each night. She doesn't understand that she needs to get well for herself and for the baby. I must take matters into my own hands for both their sakes.
Matters into my own hands? That's not alpha male or anything.
No one now sees control of your life. Look at these stairs. Oh, we're in a library. This is something new. What are you looking at, huh? That's where my character looks. I bet there's something on one of these bookshelves somewhere I'd want. Anything to look at? Oh, the staircase keeps going. God, she uses her. She stomps so loudly. Concern.
Delphi. Text to speech.
The only star I can really seem to hone in on is IC 2118. A fave, to be sure, but the stars are just wrong here. The worst part is that Felicia agrees.
IC 2118.
IC 2118. Okay. A crib, let's hide there. So was the suggestion I should use the oh, what's that? Oh, far away. Huh. Guess we'll head that way now. Down this incomprehensible staircase. The sound wave, for some reason, only comes out along a horizontal plane for footsteps. So if you step on that kind of spot, all you can see is that particular stripe of books there.
Sleep with us, Danny. Sleep with us.
Spooky ghost? A radiator? They're having some weird, like, gas pressure issues just everywhere. Everything's leaking and...
Don't know where it's coming from, but sometimes I see this... thing. Don't know why, but I just have to paint it. Even if it's... just to get it out of my periphery.
Great, so if you want to see what the monster is, all we have to do is look at the painting. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Who's leaving these music boxes and stuff turned on? Seems like a very reasonable question to me. Is there a door over here? Yep. There's a few of these now.
Let's see here. Dose 1, 50 milligrams of imipramine, along with 100 milligrams of morphine for pain. Patient is woozy but not hysterical. We'll maintain dosage tomorrow.
Woozy but not hysterical. Another one. How many of these do you guys have? All these, not telescopes, yeah. I almost said binoculars because I'm playing a game that the Rusty Lake games show you telescopes and call them binoculars constantly. I'm like, that's not what binoculars are.
Dose 2. The imipramine has caused vomiting and patient's hysteria has returned. Moving forward with a combination of monoamine, oxidase inhibitors, and tricyclic antidepressants.
Just a shot in the dark, but I wonder if that star the good doctor was referring to might be it. What was it again? Cha-ching.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
Dear Richard Breyer, you must immediately alert any current patients and cease administering therapy or prescriptions as of today. Any attempt to continue practicing will be considered fraud and subject to prosecution in court. Sincerely, Roger Bradley, American Psychiatric Institute.
Well, now. Sounds like the whole, people think you're doing more harm than good message from that one person meant more than just a particular person. This is a weird coincidence game to play right after, Dr. Decker. A game about a psychiatrist that probably did more harm than good.
Why can't I go in anymore? I know, my fingers fumble keys and sometimes I'm a little slower than before, but you can't keep me prisoner in this house, in this body. I don't want any more pills.
Uh-oh.
I don't like where this is going.
Sounds like the mom kind of lost it over time. Or maybe the dad instead. Maybe he found... Oh god, what if we have like a... and Full Metal Alchemist thing going on with the Chimera type thing, where like he finds out he's losing his job, so he goes all in on his wife, basically. Just like what happened, you know, Ed, what? Like, no, I'm gonna cure you and your stupid delusions, you crazy, crazy psychic. I'm gonna use drugs to do it. Then maybe they got found out, and then he gets arrested, and she died, and I go to an orphanage. Another house.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
1. Some kind of woman.
Somehow connected to the tree. 2. Other people, seemingly unrelated. A 1940s housewife. Could this be Betty? Some man with a mustache? 3. That song. 4. The noises. 5. Misaligned chakras?
Was she having visions too?
Everything's fine now. I'm fine. Sandy's fine. Won't you come back and sleep with us, Richard? Daddy.
Joadon, is that you? A lot of noise sources in here. Are those all? Those are all recordings, actually.